You know, I'm going to try to do this as calmly as possible, but look, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that I'm not reading the issues of the Sonic comics. I get that. I understand and I get that, and I apologize if that offends people. But just because I said I wasn't going to read them doesn't mean I didn't say I was going to be involved with discussing it, talking about it, reading the summaries and see what's going on, because that's how I keep up to date. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm a fan of the Sally Acorn character. I am. And I'm not used to seeing her in this position. Yeah, I saw her in issue 29. That was only for not even half of that main issue. Being roboticized. I get that. But, I'm not used to seeing her in this kind of predicament. I'm not used to seeing the character say things they wouldn't merely say. I mean, let me ask any of you watching this the question. Let me ask you this. How would you feel if for this amount of time your favorite character, or at least one of them, was put in a similar predicament? How would you feel? Would you be able to see them like that? Would you be able to read or hear what they had to say like that? Maybe, maybe not. And I get, like I've said before, I get it's all for the it's all for the story and evolution and all that. I get that. But what people have to understand is just because I said I wouldn't read doesn't mean I wouldn't be involved. Yeah, I do read people's journals at times. But here's the thing, I try my best to give everybody a fair opportunity. I've read Mixed Fan 8643's positive thoughts on Ian. I've read the same for Bo Skunk. But the thing is, I can't find any more positive discussions at DeviantArt, at the various Sonic message boards, all because from what I have seen, and this is the honest to God truth, from what I have seen is nothing more than negative. And yeah, you've got people of the game that are fans of the games that are negative about what they see in the games too, and you got fans of the games that are positive about it. I understand that too. But what people have to understand is you've got three different divisions in the fan base. Those that like it, those that are in the middle, like myself, whether you want to believe it or not, and those that are negative and don't like what's happening. The truth is, I know people don't like my status right now of what I'm doing as far as the comic goes. They don't like the fact that I'm involved talking about it, and yet I haven't read the issues. Look, I understand Ian's doing the best job he can. And I do acknowledge that he's probably the best writer that's helped repair the Sonic-Sally relationship. Okay? But at times, I think when people complain about, to people like myself, about our so-called bashing on Ian, and I admit there are those that bash on him, and I admit it's not for the best reasons. I will admit that. But I honestly think, in my opinion, it's because they're not just mad at people like us, but they're mad at the fact that Ian Flynn won't give them what they want. And what they want is certain things like Sonic and Amy together. Yet Ian Flynn won't give it to them because he can't, because of the mandates. And you know what? Even if he could, let's say he would be able to do that. Let's say he would finally say, you know what, I'm finally able to do this. And I'm going to put them together as a couple, and they're going to be a couple from now on. I would accept that. I would have no problem with that. Because if that's the decision, fine. There'd be no problem. But the thing is, he can't do it. And look, I understand that I've been banned numerous times off Bumble King. I get that. But the way I look at it, and I said this before in the previous video where I said I didn't hate Ian, it's about freedom of speech. And all I've wanted was a chance to express myself one more time. Heck, I go to Sonic Stadium, and I was banned off there for what I did, because I constantly posted videos instead of writing. I waited for a while. I talked to the moderator, and he said, the administrator and the moderator, they said, fine, we'll put you back on as long as you keep your promise. And I've kept my promise. Yeah, I've had to use the microphone here in the Dragon Natural Speak program to do a lot of my texting, and yeah, a lot of my writing. And sometimes it's a little longer than usual, but I've kept my promise. You see, in fact, one person at the Sega forum said, hey, if you write down a wall, if you stop doing the videos, if you do a written thing, even if it's long, I'll read it. And they did. They read what I had to say. So I can keep my promises, folks. Just like I kept a promise to myself that I wouldn't read the comic, but it didn't mean I wouldn't be involved through discussions and by reading the summaries. There's a difference, folks. So look, I understand there are some people out there that are fans of certain things. I get that the people that are fans of Ian, they get offended when people talk negative about him. I understand that. But you have to let me just do my own thing, and I'll allow you to do yours. I mean, you know, I try to give people all the credit in the world, but the thing is, you know, you just gotta let it go. Is the way I look at it. You gotta let it go and just leave it be. That's why I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of this, along with others, along with many others like myself. We're all we're the middle portion of the fan base. We're like, okay, we may not like what's going on, or yeah, we do like what's going on, but we're just going to sit back and see what happens. We're not going to judge or anything. We're waiting it out. And again, I understand people are not happy with when people like me make that kind of a decision. They want us to give an answer. But the thing is, it's our decision. It's my decision. So please, just let me do my thing, and I'll let you do yours. And I know I'm probably going to get some negative reaction to this. There's no doubt about that. But please, I ask you, in front of the world, in front of God himself, let me do my own thing, folks. Let me do my own thing,